Hi everybody, we're back. It's day 2 of reading A Wish for Wings That Work. So yesterday we left off with Opus trying to fly. And he knows that if it's a wish, that it must work, because that's what Santa does. All right, so here we go. This is where we left off. All right, so Christmas Eve soon arrived. And after leaving a note of welcome to Santa Claus in the fireplace, the penguin, whose wings would not work, tucked himself into bed. He burrowed deep down in his thick quilt, curled his knees up to his chin, scratched his nose one last time, and, as a flock of snow ducks drifted silently across the full Christmas moon, closed his eyes. "Fly," Opus whispered to himself just before falling asleep. "I'll be flying on Christmas morning." And then he was snoring. So there he is. That's him in bed. You see the ducks flying across the moon? Man, Opus is so great. Poor guy. Let's hope he can fly. All right, next time, let's see. Look, there, above the hills, above the clouds, a soft glow. Growing brighter, closer. What was it? It was much too early for the sun. Maybe it was a duck with a flashlight. A duck with a flashlight. Listen. Sleigh bells ringing. Ducks don't wear sleigh bells. Why, it was him, of course. And with the thunder of hooves, Father Christmas himself burst through the midnight clouds. Santa's coming. Santa's coming. Look at how cute. Santa's coming. All right, everybody, are we ready? Okay. On over the countryside, Santa's sleigh swooped and glided and zoomed and... Wait! There was a bump. A little thump. Probably just some bumpy air. Or maybe not. Something was not right. A small piece of harness had broken away. The reindeer flew on, but Santa's sleigh plummeted like a meteor toward the lake. Uh-oh. What's happening with Santa? He's plummeting, which means whooshing all the way down. All right, let's see what happens next. "Hello? Wake up! Emergency!" a voice hollered. "Who's jumping about on my bed?" asked Opus, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. A snow duck was holding a light over Opus and looking very upset. "Catastrophe! Calamity!" the duck hollered. "A considerable setback. Please, follow me." Opus sighed and guessed that the milkman had slipped and gotten his head stuck in the porch railing again. He crawled out of bed and stumbled outside behind his midnight intruder. Holy smokes, you guys, what do you think's going to happen? Look at that. There's the snow duck trying to wake him up. All right, let's see. "There," said the snow ducks, and they pointed toward the dark lake. They lifted the little penguin so he could see better. Opus could just make out something. A lantern out on the water. A big man with a white beard standing atop a sleigh that was teetering, rocking, and sinking. Opus gasped in horror. All right, the snow ducks are holding him up, see? Holy smokes, how cute. And there's Santa in the lake. Down the snowy bank, Opus scampered, a flash of black and white as he hit the water. With a roar, a shimmering curtain of spray erupted behind the rushing missile. It held in the air for the longest seconds, catching the moonlight before falling. Toad frogs leapt. Catfish jumped, and Opus flew, strong and fast through the icy water, a wonderful, roaring, graceful torpedo sailing through the darkness. He was swimming, and swimming, after all, is what penguins do best. All right, look at him. Look at the toad. Look at the frogs, and look at Opus swimming so mightily. All right, let's see what else. "There," whispered a snow duck from the water's edge. "Look there," he said, pointing now, for something was moving toward them. It was Opus. and he was pulling that great, it makes me cry. He was pulling that great Christmas sled and all the toys through the freezing water with the reins in his teeth. There was great sloshing and frothing and laughing. Somebody was laughing. Out from the sleigh, a deep voice of good cheer drifted in over the water. Ho, 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 it rumbled faintly. Ho, 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 go! Look at what Opus is doing for Santa Claus. He's swimming. He's swimming like the ducks fly. Opus stumbled, exhausted, onto the dock. His arms ached, and it hurt to breathe. He noticed many eyes watching him, and he tried his best to straighten his soggy red bow tie. He had brought the sleigh safely to shore. The reindeer were waiting there patiently. The large man in the red suit approached, grasped his hand, and shook it gently. Santa's wide, pink face came down close, and his whiskers brushed Opus's ear. Opus noticed his kind eyes, one of which winked softly. I see no penguins here, Santa whispered, whose wings only sputter. Tonight, it was courage that flew yours beyond others. He whirled, and with a snap of a whip and a hearty laugh, he and the sleigh sailed up toward the stars. Look at Opus's face, and look at the reindeer are watching. Look at Opus. Opus awoke Christmas morning and stumbled sleepily to the door. But he found something besides the morning paper outside. He rubbed his eyes in disbelief. There on his front porch, and spreading out across the lawn and down the street, were hundreds, maybe even thousands of smiling snow ducks. And each and every one wore, it makes me cry, a little bright red bow tie. Two of the ducks took hold of his arms and led him outside, where, slowly at first, and then faster, they all began running and flapping their wings. What's going on? Said Opus, but he already knew, for his feet weren't on the ground anymore. Over the street and above the houses, those ducks carried Opus until they were way, way above Duck's Breath Ridge. Down below, people looked up, for they could hear a voice somewhere above the clouds. It was a penguin whose wings didn't work, laughing because he surely was flying on Christmas morning. Look at his face, and look at the little snow ducks beside him. He's so happy. Isn't that so cute? Oh, Opus, you're the best. And there's his little helmet and Santa Claus too. Yay! We did it, you guys. A wish for wings that work by Berkeley. I think that's how you say his name. And it's one of the better Christmas books that I used to read when the kids were little, I think, or maybe when they got older. I can't remember. But it's a really good book, and you guys should read it. And hopefully you've enjoyed me reading it to you, and then as you get older you'll read it all by yourself, and it's fun to read the same books every Christmas. It makes life pretty amazing. All right, we'll be back soon, and by we I mean me and the books.